Thank you for joining us today for our LD5 Dems Bottoms Up podcast. I'm Marilyn Rendon, the chair of the AZLD5 Democrats. Today, we're joined by Aaron Márquez, who is running for the Arizona State House of Representatives. For this podcast, we will ask the same 10 questions to every candidate. They include 5 campaign and election type questions, as well as 5 get-to-know-you questions. The goal is to give you a high-level snapshot of the candidate and their goals. The posting of this podcast will include ways you can reach out to the candidate or their campaign for more information. So let's get started. Aaron Márquez, a veteran of multiple political campaigns and the U.S. Army, grew up in Arizona, served his country through 2 deployments to Afghanistan, and has fought for progressive change in Arizona and nationwide. In 2020, voters elected Aaron to the at-large seat of the Phoenix Union High School District Governing Board, where he has been fighting for progressive change to improve local public schools for our students and their families. In the State House, Aaron will fight to repeal universal vouchers for private schools, draining funding from our public school districts, and he will fight to protect abortion rights. Now to the bottoms-up questions. Number 1. In 5 words, explain why you are running for office.
If the House beat Trump.
Your opinion, what are the greatest challenges facing people living in LD5 now and in the coming years?
The biggest challenge in District 5, I believe, is the private school vouchers, draining money from the public school districts and really our state budget overall. It's close to $1 billion that is taking out of the public school districts here in Arizona. And as a school board member, I want to go to the state legislature to fight back against private school vouchers and make sure we truly invest in public district schools in Arizona.
If elected, what is the one thing you hope to achieve your first year in office?
In my first year in office, I hope I can be helpful in helping Democrats get a Democratic majority in the state house. Only with a Democratic majority can we make real investments in public schools in Arizona, protect abortion rights, and protect all of our neighborhoods here in greater Phoenix area.
Question 4. What is your approach to building unity and navigating divisive political situations?
Well, I've spent 16 years in the Army Reserve and deployed twice to Afghanistan. And in the Army, I say that, we come from all stripes, from all political backgrounds across the country. And, we have to remind each other that we're all on the same team. And as much as, I have a strong fear for the future of our country with the MAGA Republicans and Trump Republicans and the efforts they're making here in Arizona and across the country, I think in the military, it's taught me to remind myself and everybody I work with that we're really all on the same team. We're all Americans. And if we can continue to keep lines of communication open, I think we can find opportunities for compromise down at the legislature.
Question 5. What is one thing you want people to know about your governing style?
I'd say I hope people, in District 5 know that I'm a fighter. I'm going to fight for democratic values and progressive values, fight for public schools and fight for abortion rights, and fight to defend our democracy. I've been fighting for our country since I joined the military, and I see running for office as a continuation of fighting to defend America and the United States.
And now the get-to-know-you questions. Number 6. What is your favorite thing about Arizona?
Hands down, I'd have to say the Grand Canyon. It's my favorite place to go on vacation. It's my favorite place to hike. When I went to college in Washington, D.C., I'd always say that, Arizona was the best state in the country. And I'd attribute that often to, the Grand Canyon and the majesty that is the Grand Canyon. we're the only state in the country with a natural wonder of the world, and we're lucky to have that right here in Arizona.
Number 7, who has had the greatest influence on your political career?
I'd have to say my parents. My mom was a single mom while I was growing up. Went back to college, raising 2 kids, and ended up as a social worker, working here in Arizona with girls with eating disorders and working on the Indian reservation, Salt River Pima Indian tribe. And I think that social work background is something I try to think about as a school board member, and hopefully as your state representative. I'd also say my father as well. He was just an incredible community leader in Salt Lake City, very involved with our Catholic Church, and very involved in fundraising through golf tournaments and spaghetti dinners and all types of things to raise money for our local community. So I'd say both of my parents have had a pretty profound impact on why I've taken this career in public service, and hope to continue as state representative.
Number 8, what is something most people do not know about you but should?
Most people, I don't know if they should know this or not, but I'll tell you, most people don't know that once upon a time, I was a ballroom dance instructor. And that was a job that I took the summer before I went to college. And it was a fun job, and I earned a little bit of cash, and I did that job mostly so I could learn how to dance, for a Mother's Day gift to my mother.
How do you relax?
Hiking is probably the biggest way that I relax now. When I was younger, playing basketball was my outlet for relaxation and getting energy out. I grew up playing basketball through high school and continued until the Army gave me 2 bad knees. So I have 2 bad knees and can't really play very much basketball anymore. But love to hike and do lower impact activities when I can.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
Top Gun. Yeah, I think growing up as a kid, my dad had like 3 videos in his house, and one of them was Crocodile Dundee, and the other one was Top Gun. And I probably have seen Top Gun over and over 1,000 times. And the third video that he had in that house was the original Batman with Michael Keaton. So those are probably the 3 videos I watched the most on VHS as a kid growing up.
Thank you, Aaron, for joining us today for our AZLD5 Dems Bottoms Up podcast. We so appreciate having another high-quality Democratic candidate.
Thanks, Marilyn, for having me. I want to say a big thank you to the District 5 Democrats for hosting this podcast with all of our candidates here in Maricopa County and District 5, and just hope I can count on your vote. Again, it's Aaron Márquez, and feel free to visit aaronmarquez.com if you have any questions, and feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for having me today.